think Asante Samuel's a Hall of Fame?
I wouldn't even know, honestly. I probably have to go look back in some of his numbers.
He's good. He did he has like 51 interceptions. He had like 4 Pro Bowlers, 4 All-Pros.
They should get in there because it seems like they letting people get in as long as you dominate a certain part of the era. They letting you get in. So if that's where they're going with it.
What's up, Corey?
What's going on?
How much?
Let me ask Corey. Corey, we were just talking about Asante Samuel, and I just looked at a podcast. He was on I Am Athlete, and he was saying that he relies on tech. He didn't watch game film, not a lot. He said he relies on his technique more. Right? He was a good corner, right? To me, he was. He was a good coach. It was good. Cool.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you think he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
I would say he was definitely one of the best at his position during the time that he played.
Yep, I think so too. Because I looked at it. I'm not gonna lie, man. Isaac Bruce, they let Isaac Bruce in. The standard has gone down. It's a lot of players that were better than Isaac Bruce. I'm gonna be really honest with you. Like Reggie Wayne, Torrey Holt, no, seriously, if you look at Isaac Bruce, he was a hell of a receiver. I'm not taking anything from him. But if you look at his resume compared to other receivers' resume, he doesn't light a candle.
Like I'm mad we got to wait for 5 years.
He got
Fitzpatrick.
He got us 1 second team All Pro and like 3 Pro Bowls.
They might as well let Fitz in now. Like I know you got to wait 5 years after they retire, but
once they let him in, it's like okay.
Who?
Fitzgerald.
Has he retired? I don't
think he's officially retired. But he might as well. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's officially filed his paperwork, but it's like X number of years since you last played.
Yeah,
I think you have to officially retire before that starts.
Yeah,
I know McCourty. One of the McCourty brothers just retired this week.
Yeah, man. Of course, I think Larry Fitzgerald's probably going to be a first ballot.
Oh, definitely. Well, I think he's second. I think he's second all time in receptions, or is he the receptions or receiving yards? He's second all time. He's second all time.
Going to be. He's
should have won the Heisman in college too.
Yeah, he's probably going to be. Yeah, he's on a decade team, 100th anniversary team, 11 Pro Bowls.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Walter Man paid in the year, paid for one team, 3 times All Pro. I mean, yeah, he's a unanimous. He'd probably be a first ballot.
What he been in the league? Over 15 years? He been in the league 15 years? I know it's more than 12. But he been in the league 15 years. Something close to that.
16.
2000. Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, man, what's going on? How's everybody doing?
Cooling. Ain't too much.
Not too bad.
We picked a fantasy football day. Happy about that. August 28th.
Okay. That's a Sunday.
Yeah. Craig is drafting again, guys.
I'm not drafting right now.
Let me stop messing around. All right, that's my last draft deal. Today. So
I did one of them join the league, 2 of them join the league ones on my ESPN app, on the little fancy app. So I done did 2 drafts already. I'm not on a public one with people I know or other people yet. So
yeah, I'm not mock drafting yet. I think everybody's coming back for ours. We're gonna go to Rooster's house, I believe. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go over there. Last time we went over there, though, Corey, me, Joe, Diego, and Abdul hung out afterwards. It wasn't even hung out. And Baker, we just drink like a couple beers. We were mostly talking. So if that happens again, I'm gonna be like, let's go to an establishment. You know, it's not even about
Not just be on the sidewalk.
yeah, yeah. We was on side. But yeah, let's go to an establishment and talk. But yeah, can't wait. I can't wait. Can't wait to start mock drafting. But everything is good. My week was great. So I'm gonna before we, I know we're gonna break down the training camps. That's not coming probably for no, it starts next week. Maybe next week. I don't know. I think a lot of the training camps start July 22nd to 20. Craig just said the Panthers start the 26th. So maybe we wait a week to get it officially going, but we'll talk about it.
Most of them start at 26. I mean, like for veterans anyway.
Yep.
So
shout out to the Panthers' new uniforms. They look good.
Yeah, no, it definitely look
Good. Somebody said Baker. I did not say this, but the picture I sent, somebody said Baker's gonna throw a lot of receptions.
Hey, the Giants. I heard the Giants talking about bringing or like alterating it or something. They talking about bringing back the 80s, 90s, old school ones. But they do like some alterations to it or something.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, I ain't really trying to see that.
Also, another thing that happened before we get into it. The Commanders have the second worst ticket sales in the National Football League, though.
Sound about right.
Yeah, we're like,
I'm not shocked by that, especially with the owner going on, what he's going on, and other stuff. Yeah, not shocked by that.
Yeah. So, interesting.
I mean, you gotta win.
Yeah. So, like number one, I think it was the Raiders, San Francisco, Patriots, Cowboys, Giants.
Of course.
The Rams. And then you got, I didn't look at the full list, but I'm assuming the Colts is up there
Probably solid. Yeah.
Carolina. I don't know how. I don't know. Craig would know where they
see
where they land at. I wouldn't know. I don't even want to try to guesstimate.
I can Google it, but I mean, I don't know.
I would probably say in the I would say the 20s. I think the Colts are probably 15-ish up there. I think they got a strong fan base. The team wins a lot. They got,
Carolina's 6.
The ticket sales?
No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at something else. I was looking at attendance.
Hold on.
Oh, so they might be up there then.
No, I was looking at
ticket sale revenue.
Yeah, revenue. I'm sorry, revenue.
Hold on.
I think the Raiders are 1, 49ers are 2, New England's 3, Cowboys is 5, Giants is 4.
Now here it is. Gate revenue?
I think so. I don't know.
Dallas is 6. Yeah, the top 5 is Vegas, San Francisco, New England, Rams, Giants, and Cowboys are in the top 6.
Yep, that's it. I just know
the bottom 5 is Arizona, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, Washington, and Detroit are at the bottom of the list as far as ticket sales. As far as gate revenue. Gate revenue. So, which ain't surprising. When they say them teams right there, they ain't. I mean, Arizona's kind of shocking, but Cincinnati, that's gonna go up. Yeah, Cincinnati's gonna go up.
Cincinnati's gonna go up. Cincinnati's gonna go up.
But Jacksonville, Washington, Detroit, they ain't shocking.
Jacksonville, they talking about moving. They're gonna relocate Jacksonville. Watch. They're gonna relocate it probably. Seriously.
Hey, Keyshawn Johnson. Keyshawn Johnson been leaning on the Bears on his on their morning show. Lord have mercy. He pretty much like it's not fair what they're doing to Justin Fields. Like you about to judge this man, you ain't putting nothing around him. He was like, man, that roster is terrible. He was like, that man gonna get killed. He was like, you got no offensive linemen around him, no receivers, no legit running back. He like, he ain't got nothing around him to give him a fair evaluation.
Well, listen, I've heard from a Bears fan, and the longer I sat on it, the new GM did what he could because the salary cap was terrible. They overplayed a lot of players. So he's coming there, cleaning house and trying to go younger.
Okay.
So he's saying that they did the best they could have. So we'll see. Do I believe it?
Yeah.
Jury's still out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey James,
He might be running for his life.
Hey James, we going quarterback someone down, or we going old lineman up the quarterbacks?
Down. We're going quarterbacks down. All right. So the NFL came out with the top 10 position ranking. ESPN came out, but ESPN, it's a mixture of 50 executives, coaches, scouts, and players.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to talk about each position. It's pretty cool, go from quarterbacks to safeties. Of course, we got to start with the gold standard, the quarterback.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got to start with that. So, Aaron Rodgers, does everybody agree with that? Number one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense to
I
me.
can say that. Yeah, I can say that.
Craig, you agree with it?
No.
Me neither. I don't agree with it. Why don't you agree with it, Craig?
I think Patrick Mahomes is better. That's why. I mean, I think he should be number one. I know he had a bad season last year. I mean, if they're basing it off of like going into this season, I mean, neither one of them have their star wide receiver. But I mean, last season, obviously, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he had another great season. Like, I mean, you can't really take nothing away from him. But I don't know, man. I think Patrick Mahomes is a little bit more talented than Aaron Rodgers. Even though I know Aaron Rodgers, like he never throws any picks and
you're a big Aaron Rodgers fan too.
I like Aaron Rodgers, but I would probably take Patrick Mahomes at one and Aaron Rodgers at two.
Yeah,
I mean 1, 2 you could argue, but
I mean, I think you can flip them around. I mean, I'm not
flipping around, but I kind of agree with it just because I don't know, man. His playoffs, Aaron Rodgers' playoff struggles have been a little bit crazy recently. Like San Francisco, I definitely thought they could have won that, but I mean, he's the former MVP.
I mean,
I can't, he had a phenomenal year last year.
This is going to be one of his toughest seasons, I think, because he just doesn't have a number one.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's going to do. At least Kelsey's still there, and Juju is serviceable.
You have Andy Reid.
I mean, they keep talking about this rookie. They keep talking about this rookie from what is it? He was from North Dakota State, South Dakota State.
Yeah.
They keep talking about this rookie, the wide receiver, talking about he fast, but I don't know.
I mean, you got Andy Reid. I do agree Aaron Rodgers is going to have a tough season. I mean, I don't really think he trusts young receivers. So it's going to be, I mean, he's going to have to. He's going to have to really, they're going to have to really lean on Aaron Jones. Then I don't see that
Dillard. Yeah, Dillard.
I don't see that happening. Man. They never do.
Yeah.
They'll give him 30 touches one game, next game they'll give him 4. Like, what?
Mike McCarthy. Good old Mike McCarthy.
Rodgers be balling out, man.
No, I'm saying that's like
Aaron Jones.
Hey, that's like
balling out.
Hey, that's like Mike McCarthy. One game Pollard and Zeke be running it. Next game they barely carrying the ball. Yeah, sound about right.
So I don't get it, but all right, Patrick Mahomes, we agree.
Yeah.
Josh Allen
at 3. He was 3. Yeah. I mean, if you go off of what you've done for me lately, I can take that. I can take Josh Allen being at 3. I can kind of take that. Because and it goes back to what I say. Are we going off of overall resume, or are we going off what you've done for me lately? If we going off of what you've done lately, then yes, I can say he's 3 right now, based on steam and what he's done.
I mean, I assume this is not a talking career wise. This is like how good these players are today.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And by that metric, then yeah, I think
you have to.
It's safe to say Josh Allen is the 3rd best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah, easy. I think easily. Yeah. I don't think you're not even going to get a lot of disagreement or pushback.
Right.
Maybe people say Tom Brady, but I don't know.
I would say maybe Joe Burrow could give him a run.
Maybe
with, the progress he showed last year.
Maybe,
Right.
yeah. We got maybe see. I think people are waiting. If Joe Burrow puts together the same year he last year,
Then yes.
All right.
Then, that would put him in top 4. I'd never put Burrow in top 4 if he puts back-to-back good years like he
Yeah.
just did. Yeah.
Tom Brady.
That's what the argument lies for me. I mean,
I'd
I
have
don't
him
know.
further down.
Woo! Okay, who do you have at number 4?
You got to put Stafford. I would put Stafford there. If you talking about what
I
you
would
did
have
for me lately,
Burrow over
Yeah,
him. I would have
Burrow.
Stafford over him.
Craig.
Oh, I mean, this guy is 40. Was he 44, 43?
Yeah, I don't know his age, man.
Like he
Something like
put
that.
up the most touch. I can't put him lower than 4. He put up the most touchdowns and the most passing yards last year. Come on, man. Like I understand he doesn't have AAB back. He doesn't have Gronk probably, maybe, and he doesn't have Godwin. Who knows what he's going to do if he's going to be ready for start of the season? But I mean, like, come on, man.
You said Godwin might.
That age, and he put up the most passing yards and passing touchdowns. I can't.
He definitely had a number of games where he was able to pad his stats, but when
I mean, there's plenty of times to me where teams are up and they could just do whatever they want to do. If they want to just run it up, they can run it up. But I mean, like, to me, it's just his age. Like, I just don't see why at his age he's able to put up the numbers that he put up. I understand, like,
because he's got elite talent around him.
That's fine. I'm just okay. I still put the talent with him. He has to do something. Like he can't. I mean, he's not like he's Marcus Mariota. Put Marcus Mariota with that same talent. I bet he won't do it. I mean, if you want to, at worst, I put him at 5, but I'm not putting him lower than 5. I can't. I can't.
Can't put him
Going
at
into
5?
this season,
I can't.
I would rather have Rodgers, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Stafford, and possibly Herbert all over Brady.
Jeez, man.
I'm not doing
Corey
it.
got him a 7. Corey, you got him an 8.
I'm not doing it because he's been. I mean, it's not like he's had a couple bad seasons to me where he's had like, I don't know, 20 touchdowns and like 10 picks or something like that. I mean, he's putting up. This is like consistently over time, and he's just. I mean, I don't know. I don't see a drop off.
I mean, his last couple of years in New England, when he didn't have elite talent to throw to, his numbers were mediocre. They were at like not mediocre. They were average. They were
okay.
League average. Then he got 2 All-Pro wide receivers and All-Pro tight end. Added a 3rd All-Pro wide receiver for half of that time, and yeah, all of a sudden it's elevated him back up to the top of the league stats. But when he doesn't have all of that support combined with arguably the best offensive line in the game, I think his numbers are going to fall off from that.
We'll see. I mean, when you're going against 6 teams in the division that are
garbage, say it.
Pretty much garbage, yeah. Even the Saints, who probably ain't going to have Alvin for 6 games, maybe if he gets suspended 4 games.
Who? Oh, Kamara.
Yeah, I mean, then you got like an easy. I mean, I don't know, man.
Did they make a ruling on that yet? Did they make a ruling on that yet? They waiting on that now.
Not yet.
But the Saints have also been the Bucs' kryptonite the last 2 years, so I don't think it's a given, even if they don't have Kamara, that the Saints would not win those games.
That's fine. I mean, it is what it is. I just don't see.
I don't think Brady's only beaten them once, right?
And when it counts,
since he's been in,
in that playoff game when Drew Brees couldn't throw beyond 15 yards.
Lord have mercy. Yeah.
Hey, look,
still was up double digits, but they were still up double digits. You got to win the game, like that. I'm sorry. To me,
if they would have played Jameis in the second half, the Saints win that game.
When they up 2 scores, they was up like 10 or 14 going into the 3rd quarter, I think. And then they started turning it over, fumbles. It just started going south.
Mm-hmm. Need some breaks
but
here.
I mean, it's an argument there. I mean, that's why I asked, is it what you done for me lately? Because Burrow, I still got to see another season. I mean, you had a great year, but I want to see you now when you're hunted now.
It's gonna be hard after the Super Bowl, man. It's
now you a hunter. You ain't sleeping on nobody no more. Ain't nobody sleeping on y'all no more. You're gonna get everybody best now.
I mean, anybody that watched him as a rookie, I feel like nobody should have been sleeping on him last year. I mean, he was incredibly impressive.
Absolutely.
He's a good rookie. He just got hurt.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati,
6 games.
did what Kansas City did last year, and they thoroughly invested in offensive line. We'll see if it pays off, but if he actually gets time to throw with the weapons that he has.
We'll
And
see,
I mean,
man.
and I,
That-
and then
I
I
think
Chase ain't going nowhere.
no, Chase ain't going
No.
there. So
if Burrow, takes that next step combined with a good like he just needs a good, not even great offensive line at this
It's
point.
good,
I
yeah.
think he'll enter that conversation with Allen.
absolutely.
Mahomes
And
and
they added what three offensive linemen all season, then added what 2 more in the draft. So they definitely upgraded the position.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
they'll have new starters all over the place.
Yeah,
But where they put? So hold up. So Brady was what? Brady was 4th.
yeah.
On this list, yeah.
Okay. Brady
Corey
was 4th. Who was
Corey
5th?
has him not in the top 10. So
Nah,
Corey has him
I,
like 7.
I ain't going that far.
Craig has it at 4. I'm not mad at where he's at. I do think he might have a decline this year. I do. Either he'll retire or he'll be playing in Miami.
I mean, you're stupid. But I mean, we can
It was
flip
obvious.
this. But
He made that known.
if you're going off what you've done for me lately, we gotta have Staff in the top 5 somewhere. Like even if he's 5th, like you just won a Super Bowl, he's put up solid numbers all his career, and he
So
just
you
won a
rather
Super
have-
Bowl. Like,
So you rather switch him and Joe Burrow?
yeah, I think how can you have Joe Burrow above Stafford if Stafford just won a Super Bowl, put up numbers he put up? It wasn't like he was leaning on something else. He put up numbers, and like that fourth quarter, he dominated that fourth. Him and Cooper Kupp dominated that fourth quarter.
I mean, if you look at that, just looking at the game, I think the Rams line dominated the rest of that game to help.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean that's fair too.
I mean, if he had, I don't know, like 3 more seconds.
Oh, that Jamar Chase to
game's over. I mean,
Jamar Chase to Jalen Ramsey.
Oh man,
yeah. So I mean,
Man, Jalen would have been able to live that thing down.
I don't know, man.
He would have lived that down.
oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Was that on the play? That was on the play, right? That he got sacked.
Yeah, that was like the last one of the second to last.
Where Chase was like,
it was the
Jalen
last
fell down and Chase was up, right? His arm was up, like he was wide open.
Oh yeah, when Donald got that sack on 4th down, or he fumbled on
What you
4th
paid
down.
Donald for, man?
Yeah. They listen. They when they got to moving Donald up and down that line of scrimmage, it wasn't nothing Cincinnati could do.
That's what made Donald probably one of the greatest defensive linemen.
But what I would give,
ever seen play.
I'll give Burrow his just due, because for y'all to make the Super Bowl and even have a chance to win it at the end, he got sacked. If I'm not mistaken, he got sacked about 22 times in the postseason.
Yeah,
at least 20.
I gotta leave him where he's at over Stafford because of what he endured. Like that offensive line that Joe Burrow did not have, and for him to go to the Super Bowl is phenomenal, man.
I mean,
Just think about it. If he had 3 more seconds, we would be talking about Joe Burrow as the Super Bowl champion
in his second season.
Second season,
like Mahomes, right? No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
Mahomes won
MVP.
Mahomes won MVP, but went to the championship game.
Yeah.
He lost to
Patriots.
Brady. Yeah.
Tom
He
Brady.
didn't win the Super Bowl until the 3rd year.
No,
right?
yeah.
He won the Super Bowl 3rd year.
Yeah, so he's on his only postseason losses are to the Brady and 1 to Burrow.
Wow.
So he wins in the postseason.
Yeah,
He's hard to bet against. Mahomes is very hard to bet against in the postseason. I wouldn't suggest it.
Hey, but breaking
Like
news,
your money.
Hey, sidebar right quick. I saw it on my phone. Harden signed a 2-year deal worth $68.6 million with a player option to stay in.
Yeah,
Philly.
I knew he said that. He said that he wanted to sign help, and that we knew that was going to happen. He got humbled. So, anyway, all right. So, Justin Herbert at 7. Do you think that's too high?
No.
Or do you think that's a good place for him?
I don't know. It's tough because
It is a good spot.
it depends on what you want to go off of, and this is my argument. Are we going off of winning, or are we going off stats? Because if you go off stats, then yes, he right there. If you go off winning, then I might be like,
One of everything. I think he's I think he's deserves to be 7. Like he's right where he wants to be, or right where he needs to be. I mean, yeah, he's right there.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Mo. I'm 99% sure in a redraft, you'll be happy if the Commanders drafted Herbert.
I told you he was gonna be good.
Absolutely. I know he's gonna be. Hold on. I'm gonna say this. No. I knew he was gonna be good. I knew he was gonna be good. I didn't think this quick.
Talking trash right there.
Honestly, I knew he was gonna be good. But when he came out of Oregon, I said he needs to go to the right situation. He needs some time. I didn't know he was gonna be this good this quick. He kind of helped me with that. I looked at him at Oregon. I said, "Oh, he gonna be all right. He gonna be good." But I didn't think this quick. I didn't think he was gonna rise this quick. I honestly didn't. He's a good young player. I'll be the first to apologize to him because I didn't think he was gonna be this good this quick. I didn't.
When I meet him one day, I will apologize to him. But he's a great. Yeah, that was me. I eat my crow. Once again.
Because that draft, he was the third quarterback taken, fourth one, third.
Nah, he was second.
Because Tua went before him. No, because Tua Burrow.
Tua went third. He was third.
Burrow, Tua, and then him. Yeah, it was third.
He was the third. I mean, Burrow went before him, so I mean,
because he was drafted during the pandemic when Goodell was at his house or doing it from his home or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson 8. I agree with that. Solid.
Yeah, okay with that.
I think Denver fans are going to be excited. I think they're excited because they got Russell Wilson without giving up.
I'll be bold enough to say this: if their defense is top 5 in scoring and total defense next year, they're going to playoffs.
I think they're going to go to playoffs without that.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
I think so. They've been a French playoff team They've been a French playoff team with terrible quarterback play. They almost made it to the playoffs with Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock.
James, I agree with you, but I'm saying the AFC got better though.
The AFC is a lot better than it was.
Yeah, last year the AFC way better than what it was last year, and it was already.
I think many defenses better than theirs though.
You said what, Corey?
There's not going to be many defenses better than Denver's next year though.
That's true.
French playoff team.
They're going to be good, and by the time you start peaking, Russell Wilson and he will get right. They're going to be a dangerous playoff team because if they start peaking at the right time and he gets in sync with the offensive receivers, they're going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
He might finish last in that division.
In the division,
with 10 wins, with 9 wins, with 9-10 wins.
I would bet on it. I bet on it.
You would bet on
they finish last.
So you think that the Raiders will have a better record than them?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
I would. I bet you.
I'm gonna remember this.
Okay, write it down.
Save this good.
Write it down.
The Raiders are gonna make the playoffs over the Broncos. Yes.
I said they didn't make the playoffs. I said finish last in the division.
Oh, you saying Broncos gonna finish last?
Yeah.
All right.
So how many
it's
teams?
Not like it's they're gonna finish 5 and 12.
Yeah, I got it.
I mean,
how many teams? How many teams do we think will make
the division is tough.
I don't think 4 teams are gonna make it out.
No,
I think at least 2. We can guarantee at least 2.
I don't think
3
the Raiders are gonna make it.
I think 3 gonna make it in that division. I honestly think 3 teams gonna make it in that playoffs.
I think 3. I think it's gonna be the Broncos, Chiefs, and the Chargers. I don't think it's gonna be the Raiders. I think the Raiders are gonna be one of those teams like
that's that's gonna be.
Who's not gonna make it?
Hey, that's gonna be a bad look. If Javonte went over to the Raiders and they don't make the playoffs, but Green Bay does, that's gonna be crazy. Like I'm gonna be laughing.
The nature of the conferences.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. It happens.
You go over
if
there.
the Raiders were in the NFC, they'd probably make the playoffs.
Yep. Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. No
they would be a dominant team in the NFC.
Absolutely, they probably be a number 1 seed. They might be a number 1 seed in at least the top 2, 3 if they went over the NFC.
It's gonna be happening. All right, Deshaun Watson.
I don't like that one.
I don't like it either. He hasn't
Only
played.
because he ain't played yet. He hasn't played. Talent wise, if he had played last
He
year,
hasn't
talent wise,
played.
I would say yes.
I don't care about the talent. We haven't seen him in a while, man.
Right.
Not only that, I
shouldn't be on there.
It's sounding increasingly like he's not going to be ready week 1. And if it's a year and a half since he stepped on a field, by the time he actually plays a game, I can't put him in the top 10.
Nah, you cannot. I'm sorry.
I think Lamar need to go there. That's where I would plug Lamar in right there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I would put Lamar right there and have Deshaun on the outside end or at least right behind Kyler.
He's ineligible to make it because he hasn't played.
Right.
I haven't seen him play. I can't even go off last year's film because he hasn't played. So I have to. I don't know.
Now I would put, and I know some people might argue this. I would put Lamar over Dak.
No, I don't think.
I would put Lamar at 9 and put Dak at 10. I would. That's just me. I would on.
That's
on
what a lot of
resume.
people issues was with it. They think
overall resume. I'm going off overall resume. I'm not going off of throwing arm and mechanics. I'm going off of overall resume and leadership and winning. I would put Lamar over Dak. That's just me.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Now, if you talk about if we going off strictly mechanics and other stuff, then that's something totally different. But if we going off of leadership and winning and motivating a team, I would go Lamar over Dak. That's just me.
But do you agree with if Deshaun? Okay, so if Lamar replaces Deshaun, is Dak still 10?
Yeah, I put Dak at 10. I respect Dak enough to believe him right there at 10 over Kyler. I would put Kyler over Dak. No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to disrespect Dak like that. I think that's disrespectful. To put Kyler Murray over Dak, I think it's disrespectful. I can't do that. Kyler Murray is not that to me. I mean, he's a talent. He's a talent, but overall quarterbacking wise, I would not put him over Dak. As far as we're talking about throwing arm, leadership, mechanics, all that, I wouldn't put him over Dak. I just can't. I wouldn't put Kyler Murray over Dak. Like, I think that's disrespectful almost to me. Like, that's just me, honestly, perfectly. Like,
does anybody have a problem with Dak being a 10? If Lamar is 9th, Dak's 10.
Yeah, no.
Dak's 10th, yeah.
It's fine.
I don't mind that. When they said Deshaun Watson, I was like, come on, guys. He hasn't played a game. Like,
I get, but I think a lot of people put it off of potential though. I think a lot of these was off of potential numbers and kind of what you done for lately type of thing.
But Deshaun Watson is like
no, I fully agree. When I saw him on the list, I said, what? Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I don't even know why they put him on here. All right, wide receivers. You got to go wide receivers because this is, they're the ones, man. You know,
this guy, this is interesting.
They get paid. Craig, why you give me that look? I'm just telling you what the market dictates is. Wide receivers are it right now. This is what's it? Not for long NFL. So they're it. You know? All right, Javonte Adams, number 1.
I mean, it's tough to argue.
I'd put Cooper.
Yeah, I would. Just because what he did in the Super Bowl. Just because what he did in the Super Bowl and what he's done lately. Yeah, I might flip that. Yeah, I might argue that.
That's a good, but they would be flipped then.
Yeah, because Cooper was number 2, right?
I think it's
they're
1, 2
up top.
Which order you put them in?
Yeah,
I'm not going to get upset over.
Nah, I agree with that. I think they're both high character guys. They belong there. They work hard. They're instrumental to their teams. I am very interested to see what Aaron Rodgers does without Devontae. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
I'm gonna be paying attention to that all during the season. And also on the flip side of Derek Carr.
Let me not be
right, man. Raiders win the division.
Hey, listen, let me not be disrespectful.
Raiders win the division.
Hold on. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna be disrespectful right
stop.
Hey, listen,
I'm gonna keep Greg on his toes, man.
Hey, I'm gonna say something real bold, and I'm gonna say it maybe multiple times throughout the season. Hey, y'all right, look at me crazy what I'm about to say. If Aaron Rodgers does not throw or not do or duplicate what he did last season, and Minnesota does not win that division, that coach needs to be fired. There's enough talent on that division. No, I say Minnesota.
Oh.
There's
The-
enough talent
you
on that
can't
roster.
fire him.
Rookie
He was the
head
first-year
coach.
head coach.
Yes,
Listen,
got there.
I'm sorry. No, I'm
Whoa,
saying it's
whoa,
enough.
you're
No,
man.
Parsons,
You're
no,
tough,
listen to what I'm
man.
saying. No,
Just
listen to
got
what I'm
there.
saying.
You
I
got to
get what
stop
y'all saying.
hanging out with
No.
Snyder, man. You're
No,
just
watch
firing
this.
coaches
No,
after year
I'm
one.
sorry. I'm sorry. With
Well,
what-
you
with
got to
what-
give him a shot, man.
Hear me out. Hear me out though. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Problem now.
No, hear me out though. It's enough talent. Listen, for what you fired Mike Zimmer. It's enough with the drop off Green Bay had. You fired Mike Zimmer. There's enough talent on Minnesota, especially with the drop off that Green Bay has had for Minnesota to win that division. You got 3 players on the offensive side of the ball that you're paying top 5 money for, and that's making bank. You got 3 great players at your position that you're paying money for, and you got to win.
The problem is they don't have Aaron Rodgers. Now
That's fair. Now that's fair.
I mean,
but I did say if Aaron Rodgers throw for what he threw for the last 2-3 years, yeah, you can cancel Christmas. Ain't nothing you can do. But I just don't think Aaron Rodgers going to be that guy with the losses like that. I just don't think you would take a Devontae Adams off of that team and then you still throw your best receiver is what? Like their best receiver right now is Lazard. Yeah, okay.
I think they're still going to be a good team, though.
No, they is. They gonna win. I wouldn't
I think
disrespect
they
like
had a
that.
veteran come camp.
OBJ still out there. Well, he might not play. Julio Jones.
I don't know that OBJ plays this year, but
Yeah, I was gonna say he might not play. Julio Jones.
No, he gonna be a late.
He would have won him.
yeah. I
Julio
can see
Jones not on
Julio.
the team right now. Julio not on the team right now.
Nope.
Lord have mercy.
T.Y. Hilton's out there. I mean, it's still some good.
T.Y. Hilton's, yeah.
Yeah.
Odell said he'll be ready
He's
October.
not going to play. Nah.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. Be nice to see him out there, but
If he could see the field by December, I think that would be a minor miracle.
Antonio Brown's still out there.
Yeah, okay.
He said he's
Hey,
not
listen,
getting. He said he's
don't
not
do that.
getting surgery.
Don't do that.
That's
Hey,
what he
listen.
said, man. He might want to. It's up to Tony.
Hey, when they
Maybe to
was talking about-
Dallas.
Yeah, that makes sense because Jerry, but he ain't going to Baltimore.
He's
When they was talking about Baltimore.
Somebody's gonna pick him up, man.
When they joked about Baltimore,
have
I
a
said
job.
it ain't no way. How that organization runs their organization, ain't no way in the world they would bring Antonio Brown into Baltimore. It's no way. It just wouldn't happen.
All right. Jamar Chase, number 3.
I think I would lean Justin
I'd
Jefferson.
probably go Justin Jefferson.
I would go Justin Jefferson too.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson came out and was like, "I'm gonna be the best receiver in the NFL," and I believe him. I do. I think he's gonna have a hell of a year this year. Justin Jefferson has been good.
I mean, but is that another
Wow.
one we could do? Was he 4? We could do 3-4 with them. Was he 4?
Yeah.
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 I mean, you flip them 3-4 and you can argue.
I mean,
for both sides.
Tyreek though.
Oh,
I would drop Tyreek.
Yeah, I would too. I don't know.
Put Diggs above Tyreek Hill right now.
You'll put who? Chase.
On Diggs. I mean, Chase is a hit on him now anyway. I'm talking about Diggs flip with.
Oh,
you put Diggs over Tyreek.
I think I'd put Mike Evans and Debo ahead of Tyreek
because
because they can all do more. Tyreek
That's
he's
interesting.
not going to block, and he can run a vertical.
Yeah,
But I think
Get him
Diggs,
space.
Evans, and Debo can do more for you.
yeah. I
in the
really
Route tree.
like-
Yeah, in the route tree. Mhm.
I really like Diggs. DeAndre, I like Mike Evans. Mike Evans is probably one of the most consistent
Underrated. Yep, underrated.
receivers. Yeah,
Mhm.
like he's going to give you like 80 catches, 1,000 yards, and like 8 touchdowns, and he's going to play like 15 games.
And at his size, he's always open.
He's always open.
Yeah,
He's
always.
a solid. Like
That Diggs fan
really
ain't
good
about to work for
receiver.
nothing.
If he keeps like on this track, he's gonna, I mean, he's really good. DeAndre Hopkins, I don't think
D
he didn't play.
I'm concerned if Father Time might not be catching up with him.
Yeah,
He might
See
miss
if he can
6
stay
games.
healthy.
I would
He
put
He about
Keenan
to be
Allen.
out 6 games.
I would put Keenan Allen in the top 10. That's just
Yeah, I was surprised. Yeah, I was definitely surprised Keenan Allen went in the top 10.
Agreed.
he never gets the respect he deserves. This has been an ongoing thing for a while now. And Keenan Allen is a solid top 10 receiver in the NFL. But DeAndre Hopkins,
Good blocker,
I love him.
great route runner, great hands.
Yes. I love DeAndre Hopkins, but it's like He didn't really have a good year last year. He was struggling with injuries before.
Well, and he struggled with injuries some the year before too. He played through it, but is that starting to catch up?
Yeah. And that's the thing. When age starts catching up to you, you start getting those. Your offseason is more recovery versus training. If that makes sense. Like offseason, you're revving up and getting in shape versus I'm trying to get healthy. So
those soft tissue injuries start piling up.
Yeah, that's when it's And listen, man, NFL players have phenomenal careers. Shannon Sharp said all the time. NFL, NBA players, and Shannon Sharp played a while. You got to remember, most of these guys are retired by 30. Their average, right? NFL and NBA, they're retired young because of the how young they get into it. Like I saw Big Baby Davis. I listened to a podcast, All Smoke. He's probably like 32. He's retired. Big Baby retired, man.
Yeah, I mean, for the guys down towards the bottom of the roster,
he's not retired.
Who, Big Baby?
He's not retired. Like, it's not like you went out there and said, you know what, I want to retire. I've done all I can do.
He is retired. He's
technically he is retired, but he didn't retire because he was like, I had like a nice 20-year career. He retired because nobody.
That's rare, Craig. That 20-year, that 10 years stuff is rare.
There's a big difference between.
I mean, being retired by the league instead of like announcing a retirement, it's still retired.
Yeah, that's what I said. Technically, he's still retired, but I mean, it's not like he went out there and played like he did it on his own. He played 15 years and like, you know what, I'm done.
That shit's hard playing 15 years.
He went out there and played, and he was like, oh, there's no prospect. I can't. Nope. Nah. Okay.
Well, most times, an NBA career, NFL career be lasting like 4 years.
Fine. That's fine. But to me, there's a difference. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Get you. He had nobody that wanted him.
Yeah, but he's still.
How the NBA is today.
That's fine. It's not the same to me. It's not the same thing to me.
I mean, how the NBA is today, he wasn't. What was going to be his role? Like the NBA is too spread it out. It's too fast paced for Big Baby to be in there no more. Like what value would he serve?
He wasn't that good when he played.
No,
sometimes some players are just not that good, even though you drafted top 15.
Yeah, my whole point was just the longevity. I was just saying it's a different career path for NBA and NFL players because of the longevity. They don't really have long careers.
Right. No, that's fair.
Especially NFL players. Deebo Samuels.
Yeah.
He's good right there, right?
Yep.
DK Metcalf, top 10.
I have a question. Is DK Metcalf the best wide receiver on his team?
No.
I mean that. All right, so
he's the most talented receiver on his team, but is he the best receiver?
I mean, it's hard to judge that because him and Tyler Lockett are two different receivers. They're not the same type of dude, so it's hard to kind of evaluate that. But
I would argue Tyler Lockett is a better all-around wide receiver.
That's fair. But I would say this though, this goes back to my argument. If we going off of stats for what DK to put up the last 2 years, if he not top 10, you gotta have him right outside of it. He gotta be 11 for what he's done the last 2 years.
DK is about to get paid.
So,
but Tyler Lockett is a really good receiver, though.
Yes.
Absolutely. I
would also have Keenan Allen ahead of him. I think I would have Chris Godwin ahead of him. I know Godwin's coming off the ACL, but I think Godwin's a better all-around wide receiver than DK. And I'd take Terry McLaurin over DK.
That's my man. That's
what I'm talking about, Corey. You hear that, Craig? Terry McLaurin.
He's not had a lot of great quarterback play to work with. He's been extremely consistent. And I think Washington was moronic screwing around with that contract as long as they did.
They should have paid him.
Like if McLaurin could get a legit top tier quarterback, he'd put up monster numbers.
But and see, that's why they was see, they messed up by waiting because now McLaurin saw what other receivers were getting. And it was like, okay, look at what he, especially what's dude's name? Dude that came from Arizona that went to Jacksonville.
Christian Kirk.
Yeah, Christian Kirk. He could compare like, hold up, timeout. Like Christian Kirk got this kind of money, but I'm sitting here waiting. Like, nah.
I mean, as soon as the AJ Brown deal happened with Philly, I was like,
oh yeah,
that contract, same, done. Problem solved.
Yep. As soon as the AJ Brown.
Hey,
I like DK. I can't get mad at DK.
But listen, that's
I do think
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Tyler is a better receiver, but DK is just,
I ain't gonna lie, that scares me, yo.
the big dude.
If both of them show up to play, that AJ Brown Devontae Smith combo scares me. I ain't lying. That's a dangerous combination there.
Weird.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, that's kind of nasty wide receiver combination. Yeah.
Don't believe the hype.
I think Devontae Smith could start entering this conversation next season.
I like Devontae.
Absolutely.
I like Devontae Smith. We'll see. Okay.
What about Waddle? Y'all think Waddle can get into the conversation next year?
Who?
Waddle, Jada Waddle.
No. I don't know if he'll have the quarterback play to get in that conversation.
Fair enough. All right, fair enough. Touche.
I like Waddle though.
Yeah, I like Waddle. I definitely like Waddle.
Okay, running backs.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna obviously have JT as number one.
Yeah.
Anybody disagree with that? JT number one?
I did number one. Still.
You said what, Craig?
Derrick Henry's still one.
Yeah, I can't argue either way. Even if you put Jonathan Taylor number one for what you've done lately, I couldn't argue it. Like, you can't argue.
I think JT
but,
is just as good between the tackles as Henry, and
absolutely.
I think he's a lot better receiving out of the backfield.
Now, what I would say push Henry over the top for me.
Is Derrick Henry still two?
Yeah, they 1-2. Oh, if you flop them, it doesn't like Derrick Henry falls. If you them would be a 1-2.
You said what, Greg?
Just told you he was one. What you?
I'm saying
I'm saying if you flip them, it'd be 1-2.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you flip them, it'd be 1-2. Yeah, it'd be 1-2.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, all right.
Nah, it ain't two backs better than neither one of them. Nah,
Nick Chubb at 3.
What? Wait a minute. What?
Nick Chubb is 3.
No.
They got some running backs on that list.
Hold on. No, it's because that got to be because of the injuries. Let me say this: if you talk about fully healthy, Nick Chubb ain't better than Christian McCaffrey or Barkley. Sorry, that got to be off of injuries. They basically made this list off of injuries.
He's better than Dalvin Cook either to me.
Yeah, at all. Yeah, he
ain't
better
better
than Dalvin Cook either.
than Dalvin Cook.
Nah, no sir.
Kamara.
If I had to pick between Chubb and Cook, I would take Nick Chubb.
Wow. I can't get mad at him number 3.
So who they had at 4?
He's between 3 or 4, I think. Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook. You said what, Craig?
I'm saying Dalvin Cook's at 4.
Yeah, I think they're like right there. Now here's the thing.
This must be off of injuries then. How you not have? I mean, it got to be off of injuries because how you not have Barkley or McCaffrey in the top 5 or in that mix if they healthy? I mean, I guess because of injuries lately, you got to do what you got to do. But I don't agree.
That's part of it. That's a big part of it.
I mean, yeah,
it has to be. I can't.
Well, I mean,
Barkley's not even in the top 10.
No,
yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Which
he hasn't been able to stay on the field.
He hasn't.
Based on Saquon's production on the field, he is not a top 10 running back.
No, and we've seen what McCaffrey can be is healthy. Nobody's denying that. We haven't even seen that from Barkley yet. I have.
Right. So I'm gonna say this though. If you're gonna take Barkley and them out of the list on the top 10 because of injuries, but we're still going off of stats, then I would, if Barkley and them was in the top 10, then I would agree with Zeke Elliott not being in the top 10. But because they're not in the top 10 and Zeke was still top 10 in rushing yards last year, how do you not have Zeke?
He can't be on the list for me.
He's not on the list. I don't even know if he's the best running
And
back.
I love Zeke. I love Zeke Elliott, man.
I really don't.
That's just me though. I understand, but I'm saying my
Yeah,
argument.
he can't be on my list as a top.
I'm saying my argument is Saquon and them and CD and Chris McCaffrey are not in the top 10 because of injuries.
Well, CMC is.
And you're creating a top 10. How do you not have Zeke in there now if you don't have Barkley in the top 10?
I think there is one glaring, omission from this list, and it ain't Zeke.
Right. All right, I get you. But hold on. If Zeke not in the top 10, we can have Nick Chubb as the top 5 running back. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't. No, sir. No,
Yes.
sir. No, sir.
Zeke?
No, sir.
Oh, listen.
No.
Whoa.
This is-
And I hate Dallas. And I hate
Ezekiel
Dallas.
Elliott has had a better career than Nick Chubb so far. Nick Chubb is a much better running back than Ezekiel Elliott is today.
Yeah.
But
That's all.
Nick Chubb a top 5 running back though? But Nick Chubb a top 5 running back right now, like in the
Yes.
league.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I got to see it
Yes.
this year.
I mean, maybe by the end of the year he won't be. Because I mean, if
Right
Chris
now,
McCaffrey stays healthy,
you
then,
got- Hey Mo, you're not picking
Saquon.
Chubb over Zeke in fantasy. I mean,
Okay.
you're not picking Zeke over Chubb in fantasy.
Fair enough. I
You
guess
would
because I'm
pick-
not.
Come on, man. Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
I'm gonna
basing
pick
off-
Zeke
Yeah,
and not
I got you.
Chubb.
But-
You're crazy.
But I'm basing this off of
Stupid thing.
Saquon not being in the top 10.
Come on, man. No, man, he's not. Like he
I
was
think-
for a minute, but nah, he can't.
Nah, the way Zeke looked when playing last year, he did not look like the same running back, and I don't think he really has since he signed that deal.
Nah, he's been on the decline for
Yeah.
a minute. And I here's the thing, like I'm a Zeke fan, and I mean Craig can tell you, Craig is the same way as me, man. We love Zeke, but it just started. You kept seeing it, and now it's just like I've seen it year after year. I can't really hold on anymore. I can't hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't. And Christian McCaffrey 7. I only think that's because he's
I think
not healthy. I think if he's healthy, he's
I would take Joe Mixon over Alvin Kamara though.
I would too.
I mean, I like Alvin Kamara
Agreed.
in the receiving game, but I mean, he's a solid runner too. But I
He's
mean,
solid.
Yeah,
he doesn't really put up a lot of rushing yards. He can do both.
Yeah, he's like an all-purpose. Yeah.
I mean, and then you got. I mean, I would kind of weigh in. Well, you can't really talk about this suspension until you actually get suspended, I guess. But I think
Yeah, we don't know.
it's possible he misses like 4 games or something. So
Yeah, very
But,
possible.
I mean, even still, I think Mixon is a better running back than
I
him.
think so too. I definitely.
He just doesn't get the. I think he's underrated. Honestly,
He is.
Mixon,
I think he'll get it.
I think so. To me,
this year.
I mean, I think he was what, third in rushing last year. I think he had
Yes.
second or third in
He had
touchdowns.
a hell of a season last year, man.
I wouldn't even really know about it because I mean,
I
everybody,
love Joe Mixon.
Keller and Henry and Najee Harris had. Yeah, I mean, he was a rookie, so he stood out. You know?
Oh yeah.
So I think Mixon makes sense at 5. I would put Najee Harris at 6.
Najee, I think Najee's gonna have a big year. I think he's gonna have a.
He's a really good running back. I think Buffalo made a mistake not drafting him.
Yes, Mike Tomlin already said it. So I like my podcast, man. He was talking. Hey, listen, Mike. When Mike Tomlin speaks, you gotta listen, man. So he was just like, he said it out of his mouth. We're dependent on Najee to lead the backfield and have a big year.
Oh
This
yeah,
is Mike Tomlin. So
that dude could see 400 touches this year.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have.
He's getting Derrick Henry usage.
Yeah, that has been. You're exactly right, Corey.
Yeah, he definitely is because
he catches out the backfield too.
Yeah, he does, and
Yep.
and he take care of his body. Like his.
because even though
I don't think he
Nutrition,
didn't fumble last year.
You said what?
He reminds
He
me
did
so
fumble.
much of Adrian Peterson.
He didn't fumble last year.
He didn't fumble last year.
no, he did.
No, he didn't.
He did. He did not fumble. No.
Not running the ball anyway. Maybe receiving.
I don't think he fumbled last year. He,
I can see him.
he said he prided himself in taking care of the ball.
I can see
He's
him
a really good,
I can
like,
see him
listen to him
top five.
talk. He's a very good,
No, he had no fumbles at all.
humble individual, and he fits with Pittsburgh. He's gonna have a big year.
Hey,
So if he's on the board in fantasy, draft him, bro.
Where did he finish last year?
Huh?
I think he'd be top 5 this year, top 4.
He finished 4th in rushing yards last year.
He finished what? 4th? Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna.
he finished 4th? Oh, yeah.
He might have a Jonathan Taylor type year, bro.
Yeah, 1,200 yards.
Yeah, because just like Taylor last year,
yeah,
Pittsburgh is going to have to heavily rely on him because of the quarterback play.
yeah, they're gonna.
I don't trust Trubisky going out there and slinging the football around.
Or Pickett.
He had the second most carries last year.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How many?
Hold up. Where he finished?
He had the second most carries last year.
Yeah, he's gonna have.
I'm about to say he didn't finish top 4 in yards. I'm looking at the yards now.
No, he did finish top 4 in yards. Rushing yards?
And that was with an offensive line that wasn't great.
He had 1,200 rushing yards.
Exactly. He's gonna have a big year. And I like Najee Harris. Anybody mad at Aaron Jones at 9?
Nah.
I mean, they don't even care about him.
They don't, man.
His own team doesn't, but like that's not his fault.
Yeah.
I think he's
Maybe because they got
running back, yo. They should give him so many more touches. I hope they did do this year.
Good things happen when you give Aaron Jones the football, but Matt LaFleur doesn't want good things to happen.
Some reason I don't see. I know he's a fantasy guy, but Austin Eckler's not on this list.
No,
that's the guy I was talking about. It makes no sense that Eckler is not on this list.
Yeah, because Javonte Williams, I understand the potential, but I would rather go with Eckler off the production.
Yeah. Eckler
had a better year last year.
Like, you're hoping Williams can do what Eckler does.
Yes. And he has it. I love it, but it's like you're not a top 10 running back yet.
Javonte Williams couldn't unseat Melvin Gordon for like the number 1 role in Green Bay last year. You cannot put him ahead of Austin Eckler.
Nah. Austin Eckler balled out last year. And deservingly too.
Last few years.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. You know? And he looks like he's stayed healthy last year, and he'll be back again this year. All right, tight ends. This is easy.
Yeah.
I got a problem with number 3.
I think it's only one argument. It's only one argument depending on who you like and what you go with.
George Kittle?
Yeah, between Kittle and Kelsey, what you like who you want more.
It's George Kittle's one.
Yeah. I'm old school. I mean, I don't know. I'm old school. I think George Kittle more physical.
Who you like? So you like George Kittle, Mo?
Yeah, I like George Kittle.
Corey, you like George Kittle? Greg, you like
Kelsey?
I like Kelsey too, man.
No, I get it.
I like Kelsey as number 1.
I know he has a better quarterback.
But you gotta. Okay, so they're both 1.
I think Kittle gives you more in the blocking game than Kelsey does.
That's true.
Kelsey it's someone I would describe as a willing blocker. Kittle is a good blocker.
Kelsey, listen, Kittle is okay. We're gonna compare greats, right? Let's say Kittle is Tony Gonzalez. We'll say Kelsey is comparable to Shannon Sharp or Gates. That's how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man. You know, he's Taylor.
I just think Kittle is the more complete tight end.
And they're both 1 and 2, and they both had their tight end camp this year. Shout out to that. This is their 2nd or 3rd year holding it. They invite all the tight ends of the NFL. They did not invite Tebow. They did not invite Tebow. You know. Anyway, number 3, Darren Waller.
Nope.
I gotta disagree with that heavy, man. Definitely Mark Andrews. Gotta put Mark Andrews above him, and probably Kyle Pitts above him.
You're going too far now.
You know what? Maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm
like,
biased because I had him on fantasy. And
yeah, but now,
yes,
you were disrespectful.
I'm letting it skew my thoughts, man. I'm holding players accountable and grudges from last year. Deservingly so. It's toxic. And I love it. That's what it is. But no, seriously. Mark Andrews. I mean, Mark Andrews is He's just a beast, man.
Yeah, it's great all around tight end.
Stays healthy, good relationship with the quarterback. And then you have Darren Waller, Kyle Pitts, 5.
I like this. I don't know.
You know, tight ends be thin, man.
I think Pitts at 5 is more a projecting him taking that next
Yeah,
step
then
this
right
year
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
than
now.
what he has actually produced on the field.
Because I mean, let's see who could.
So, hold on.
Right,
So,
I would
TJ
probably go
Hawkinson
ahead and
over
put
him.
Goddard and Hawkinson above him.
You could probably put Goddard and Hawkinson above him, but that's probably
This time next season could be a very different conversation.
could
but
be
just
a very different
I want
conversation.
to see what he does without Matt Ryan, and he has Mariota.
Mariota.
Yeah,
Um,
he might be leaning. I don't know. I feel like quarterbacks that aren't good lean on a tight end a lot. Because I don't know if they have. Hold on, what receiver do they have? Did they draft
They drafted Drake.
London.
Drake London, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
I
lost
don't
Russell.
know. Rookie
Gage.
receivers be.
There's no
they're not-
Calvin Ridley.
I mean, rookie receivers to me, they're the receiver position. Sometimes it takes rookies a second, whether it's in the
Yes.
first 6 games or not. It's rare that you get a straight up Randy Moss. It's like, even
Oh, yeah.
took a
The
little.
last
bit
few
to get
years
there,
of receiver drafts have kind of, I feel like, been a bit misleading because you have had some truly generational wide receiver classes in back-to-back years.
like Jamar Chase,
But,
Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's not the normal. That is
No.
just way off the charts of what rookie wide receivers tend to struggle.
Yeah, they do. So we'll see about Drake London. But he'll probably lean more on Kyle Pitts just because Kyle Pitts has had a year in the NFL. So and Kyle Pitts is built different. Dallas,
Yeah, I think Goddard and
Goddard,
Hawkinson are fairly
Hawkinson. I really like
above that.
Hawkinson. I really like Hawkinson. Don't ever think he'll get out of Detroit, but I like him. I like it. I can't say that. I like Detroit the way they're going this year. So they've got a good front office. I know Stafford is probably like, I wish, but he has a Super Bowl and is living in LA, so he can't be.
Yeah, no, he's happy.
And they did him right. So gotta give. I can't say that. All right, the Dalton Schultz.
I think I put Dawson Knox and Hunter
I
Henry
like
above him.
Dawson Knox, man.
yeah.
I like him in Buffalo, man. I do. I really do. I think he's a good tight end. And Hunter Henry.
I would actually knock Dalton Schultz off the list. I'd keep Hunter Henry though. I would throw Mike Gesicki.
Oh, okay.
Miami? Yeah, do for Miami in top 10? No,
Nope.
That's a good one. I might have to agree with that one, Corey. I do like Hunter Henry in the top 10.
And
let's see. I mean, this year he should do good.
should have a better season than last year with the second year
I
quarterback
mean,
and everything.
who's calling the plays? Matt Patricia.
Well, yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know how the Patriots are gonna look. I don't know, man. That's another thing Asante Samuel said. Said that because Belichick had Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels, he didn't have to worry about the offense. Said all he could do is focus on the defense. And that's what Belichick is great at. Don't get me wrong. He's like, Belichick's a great defensive coordinator, great coach. While teams do their install on Wednesdays, which Brandon Marshall was like, oh, we do our installs on Wednesdays. And Asante Samuel's like, that's why you don't win. We're doing our installs on Mondays. So, that Belichick is a, good coach, but I think Josh McDaniels is a big loss that nobody's talking about. And Matt Patricia is offensive coordinator. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what Belichick is doing. I guess the captain has to go down with the ship because it's going to go down fast. He's going to find out really quick. He's gonna find out really quick, man, that I just think that it's a new shift that he has to do, and he has to adapt with the times, and it's shifting more towards offense and not defense. Brady probably saw it, so that's why he left. It's shifting more towards the offensive side of the game. So unfortunately,
Well, I mean, Brady left because of the talent level. Like,
talent level.
Belichick has been missing on wide receivers in the draft for years now.
Not willing to
and
bring
you
in
had
Randy
Tampa
Moss.
Bay out there with all that talent.
Yeah, like he's not willing to upgrade. He's like, I'm gonna focus on the defense, and I understand that, but you gotta get a sharp offensive mind in there. You're relying on Matt Patricia and Joe Judge, man. This is gonna get crazy. And then you have, Mac Jones, who I think is a decent quarterback, and
He's
I
solid.
wasted anyway. Oh, offensive tackles. Trent Williams, number 1.
Makes
I
sense.
agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Gotta agree with that, man.
Dang, I miss him. Yeah, I miss him. Boy, listen.
Well, you can't miss him because we have a crappy organization. Okay,
No, I'm saying I miss
the
him.
organization is toxic. Glad for him to get out.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
Dang, Snyder off the hook right now, boy.
He is.
He's subpoenaed one day, don't want to go in the next day.
Man, he's wild, man.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
He's crazy. Tristan Wirfs, I agree. David Bakhtiari. Rashawn Slater 4th was very interesting. You don't agree with David
Bakhtiari's too
Bakhtiari?
high at 3.
I'm mad that he's on the list and Panthers didn't draft. They had a chance to draft him.
Rashawn Slater? I know. That's what I was thinking when I was 4th. I was like, damn, that's a cornerstone. He had a really good year last year. But Craig, you could have had him. But you got a great left tackle though.
How do you know?
You got this year. You got a great one. But Rashawn Slater, is gonna be.
Is he 4th?
Yeah.
No, he's not. Down. He hasn't played
That's
one
fair.
game.
That's fair. So wait, okay, hold on. Corey, David Bakhtiari should not be. You're saying he should be lower.
Yes.
Who do you have?
Dude, every pass play, it's a false start. I don't know how he gets away with it all the time. Like, it's a tell on what Green Bay's doing because he always has like a half-second jump on the snap.
So who do you have?
I would put Slater ahead of him. I would put Smith ahead of him. And probably Johnson and Stanley.
Woo.
I get
7 to
some
8.
differences there between left tackle and
Yeah.
right tackle, but it's
I like
tackles.
Laremy
So
Tunsil. Laremy Tunsil made the list.
Yeah, that's he's been solid, but I don't know about top 10.
he's
He's been solid.
okay. He's paid like a top tier tackle.
Yeah, he's paid. He's solid. I mean,
Top 10. I don't know about top 10. Is Armstead in the top 10?
He's 10.
He's number 10.
Yeah. I would drop Tunsil off the list, honestly.
I'm about to say, is he better than Armstead though? Is he better than Armstead? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Nah.
Oh.
Is he even better than Ryan?
Ramczyk? No.
Yeah.
No.
Rodney Stanley? No.
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 I like
No.
Ryan
No.
too.
Yeah, I love Bernie Sanders.
I would take Taylor Moton and Braden Smith over Laremy Tunsil.
God dang. Poor. Yeah.
Damn. Golly. I mean, that's real.
Yeah, that's real though.
That's how it has to be.
So I've watched Laremy Tunsil twice a year for a handful of years now, and it's just
yeah.
he has his struggles.
Yeah. In Houston. All right. Interior offensive lineman. As you see, I don't think nobody's gonna disagree with number 1.
I certainly hope not.
I mean, Quentin Nelson, man. He's a good interior.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got Zach Martin, Brandon Scherf, maybe 3.
Okay with that.
He was good. I'm not gonna lie. Once again, another player to get out of the toxicity of. Yeah, I mean, you gotta come on, man. The Commanders, come on, man. Our owner refuses to testify in front of Congress, but whatever.
I mean, but he go from one bad team to another. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, he did.
Do what you want to do.
But
that just shows how toxic we are, though. Like for you to leave us and then you go to Jacksonville, like it's like.
Yeah. Well, listen, he got paid, and Trevor Lawrence might be a decent quarterback, so you gotta look at it like, all right, you know.
I mean, I guess they're not gonna be bad forever, but
yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a better year.
Never underestimate Jacksonville.
Jacksonville has a big season.
I mean, but hold up though. In that division, even with the changeover that's about to happen in Tennessee, they're gonna be third best in that division for a while. Like, what are they going to do that's going to overtake even, let's just say, even Tennessee? If Tennessee get rid of Tannehill next year, like, what are they going to do?
Is Jacksonville better than Houston?
Yes.
I don't know, man. I have to ponder about that. I don't know.
On
I have to really think about that.
So on paper, I would say yes. On paper, I would say yes.
Yeah, on paper,
I'd agree with that. On paper, yes.
Yes, but I don't know.
But we step between them lines. I don't know what the hot
don't know.
But on paper, I would say if Jacksonville can't beat Houston, we got problems. We got a lot of problems.
Jacksonville plays like they did at the end of the season, or like they played against Buffalo. They beat Buffalo and they beat the Colts.
Yeah,
like, you don't tell me they can't.
They were playing good. They were playing good in the season. And they have a good coach.
I think they need. Oh yeah, they got rid of the coach. That was a big thing.
Yeah,
and they're getting
Urban Meyer being gone.
They're getting what's name back? Travis
Etienne, yeah. Who's having a, he's posting that he's recovering.
I don't know who the number one is there, but I guess it's Christian.
James Robinson.
Is James? No, I mean as far as wide receivers.
Chanel
is still there.
Christian Kirk is being paid like a number one.
I thought.
Yeah. Christian Kirk was. Is it
Visca Chenault?
Marvin Jones?
They might have the worst wide receiver core in the I don't know, Green Bay's.
There's another. I feel like we're missing a name in Jacksonville.
There's Christian Kirk, Marvin.
They brought in Ingram from the Giants for tight end.
Yeah, they got Chenault or something.
Chenault.
Yeah, Visca Chenault.
Marvin Jones and Christian Kirk.
Marvin Jones was.
I think Corey's right. I think they do got somebody else.
Marvin Jones was bad last year at Urban Meyer. He almost left. He said he was pissed, man.
That was a bad hire.
Bad hire.
Yeah, you want to get rid of somebody after 1 year. Yeah, that's
a bad hire. I mean, as soon as they hired him, he just started saying ridiculous things.
But as soon as they say that thing about him kicking the kicker, I said, "Oh no!" I said,
I didn't know they were this good in the NFL. It's like playing Alabama every Sunday.
He's out there on video dancing with all these girls.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, as a grown man, we had to get down. They talk about he done kicked the kicker and stuff like that. He was talking, boy. Listen, see.
Yeah. So I think we're all pretty good with the interior offensive lineman.
Yeah,
there wasn't anything that jumped out as egregious.
Right. Yeah.
Defensive tackles, of course. Aaron Donald. He's number one for a while.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah.
Number one for a while. Jeffrey Simmons. We talked about him last year. He is.
Ooh, yeah, he a beast. Yeah. Where he came from when he dropped because of the issues at school.
And his injury.
Well, no, he dropped because of health. Yeah, he was coming off an injury.
Yeah.
I would still take Chris Jones over Simmons.
Those two are really, they're really good.
Yeah, you can flip them. Yeah, you can flip them. I agree. I'll take that.
Those two are, and then DeForest Buckner.
Absolutely. Yeah, boy, listen. Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah. I watched first. Defoe's a monster.
He's a beast, especially seeing him in the in-season Hard Knocks. Like just to see him, like, man, he's a beast. And my man Cameron Hayward, solid, man.
Yeah, I think I put Vita Vea there.
You put Vita Vea?
Because once he's healthy, that dude's just he's a monster.
Vita Vea is nice. Kenny Clark
from Green Bay. Yeah.
Armstead.
Yeah, Eric Armstead, man.
Okay, which is very interesting that San Francisco had two in the top 10, but they had to trade one. Like, you can't. This is the same thing that the Commanders are going to have to do. We're going to have to trade. You can't pay them both. You can't pay 2 D tackles that much because your quarterback is going to take some. Your left tackle is going to take some. Your receiver is going to take some. You're just going to have other positions to pay. And you got Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa's coming down the line, so they had to be like, okay, you know, even though Trey Lance is probably on a rookie deal, not probably, he's on a rookie deal, but like Nick Bosa's about to get paid, and you got to give him a lot of money. He's coming up next. We're going to talk about him. Grady Jared, surprisingly, I like him. He's been solid. Is he top 10?
I guess so. Yeah.
And then my man Jonathan Allen. Commander makes the list, man.
At least one. At least we get one. God, hey, at least we get one
for this year. We'll see if
Allen's there next year. I think McLaurin might be on the list next year.
Yeah, if Chase get another healthy year, if Chase get healthy, I think he's gonna make it eventually. He's gonna be in the top 10 eventually.
I don't know.
I think Chase gonna make the top 10 eventually if he get back healthy.
I think he's better suited for a 3-4, but that's just me.
I think this time last year, Chase Young would have been in the top 10 for edge rushers.
Yeah, but the injury definitely deterred it. Yeah.
We gotta see. I hope he bounces.
I mean, even before he was hurt, though, he was in that sophomore slump.
Yeah, he was
struggling last year.
Yeah, he was struggling. Well, teams get film on you, so you gotta.
Yeah, you gotta change your game up.
Yeah. I don't even think necessarily change your game up. I just think that staying, adding moves,
right,
and sometimes. Your mechanics, everything, your technique. So that's what you should constantly work on, I think sometimes second year you get a little sloppy. That sophomore slump's real. So hopefully
the dude from the Raiders, he was on the outside of the list, but he was 11th.
Who?
Crosby.
No. So
he's on the edge.
They've done what Corey has asked.
Yeah.
They have a separate list called edge rushers. We're about to get on right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Number one, which is they should start actually defining.
The NFL needs to adopt that for the Pro Bowl list, for the All Pro list.
All Pro list, they need to.
Defensive lineman, edge.
Yeah,
right. Okay. All right, got you. I was waiting for
linebackers in edge.
Edge, yeah.
Different.
It's a big difference. That's why they have edge rushers and off-ball linebackers. It's right. So they have T.J. Watt, of course.
All right, that's it.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa.
Yes.
And then don't know that would take him over his brother.
I would put Joey Bosa before Nick. Okay. That's just me. But Max Crosby's number 5.
Yeah, he gotta be top 5. Yeah, Max Crosby gotta be number 5. I mean, he gotta be top 5. I don't care where he at. Yeah, Max Crosby definitely gotta be number 5 for me. I seen him play too many times. I'm like, what? This dude's a dog.
They got Von Miller at 6.
I
don't know if he's still there.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. 2 years ago,
I think I put Brian
Burns there.
Yeah, if this was playoffs,
I
would agree. But
overall, going to next season, I don't know if he's 6.
Chandler
I think Von Miller's role in Buffalo is going to be similar to Marcus Ware's role in Denver the year that in 2015.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, they won the Super Bowl. Yeah,
just
absolutely.
situational pass rusher.
Yep, and he's gonna kill it.
Yeah, he is.
Chandler Jones.
I think he's still up there. Yeah,
I think
He's still up there.
Craig, man. Go ahead, man. You already know.
You know he should be higher than Von Miller.
You think Brian
Chandler
Burns?
Jones.
Brian Burns top 10?
I think Burns should be 6.
I think Burns should be 6. Yeah, I do, man. Do you think so, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must need some credit, man. Anybody really on this list?
Yeah, you know.
Anybody on this list, man?
Hey, you with us?
I was hoping that the Panthers were going to let Burns walk.
No, they can't.
They better not.
Yeah, they lost their mind.
They've already lost enough. They lost enough, man. They've suffered enough.
They better not, man. I've liked them since. I don't know, man. I like the pick when they drafted them.
I mean, after they lost Hassan Reddick, I mean, they need another pass rush. I mean, I guess not.
I'm mad with the Philly though. I'm like, oh my goodness. Sean.
We'll see if he does. We'll see if he does there. I'm very weary of players that do bad at one team, do good at one team. Like you should. Asante Samuel said this because they were talking about Nnamdi Asomugha, where he was good at the Raiders, but he went to Philly and sucked. He's like, if you're a good player, you're gonna be a good player no matter where you go. That's what he said. I was like, all right, because he said he was
matters
good
a lot.
Philly. That's what I'm saying. So is he said he was good at Philly, good at the Patriots, but my thing is with Hassan Reddick is Philly's system catered to him. You know, it's going to be a big thing for him. So we'll see. You know, that's my only thing with Hassan Reddick. Khalil Mack, even though he was not healthy,
I think I'd take Cameron Jordan ahead of him right now.
Yeah. I like him.
But Mack is also going to benefit from being opposite of Joey Bosa.
Him and Joey Bosa.
That's just crazy.
Crazy.
It is. And you know what they was talking about this the other day. Ryan Clark was talking about, he said he was at a pro day, LSU pro day with Brian Staley. And Brian Staley said he wants to create a defense around Derwin James, like they created their offense around Justin Herbert. So that's why he went out and got Jackson and Mack and everybody he got, because he wants to make sure that he can have Derwin James just flow and just be who he want to be.
Damn, that's interesting.
Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna create
that makes sense. A quarterback is definitely not going to be holding on the ball with those two on the edge.
Nah, not at all. You better get rid of it. You better get rid of it. You're in trouble. You better get rid of it.
For real. All right. Off-ball linebacker. The coach is just all on us, man.
Oh, yeah. I already know who better be on the list. He better be in top 2 or 3.
Darius Leonard.
Top 2. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Micah Parsons, number 2.
Ooh. For overall linebacker? Overall,
it's an off-ball.
So,
was he
an off-ball back?
Wrestler?
Nah,
yeah, is he off ball or is he edge?
That's hard. I mean,
because they started him at a softball and then he exploded when he was put on the edge.
Exploded.
Yeah.
Like if he loves it.
It's hard. I mean, he one of them dudes. It's hard.
I think he loves it on the edge. I think he's like a DeMarcus Ware. Put him, man. I think he would dominate.
I think like if you put him on the edge, I think he might have been 4th for edge rushers. Like
yes,
he was just crazy dominant at times last year.
Crazy dominant. His power, his speed.
I feel like they're putting him at 2 as an off-ball linebacker based on his production as an edge last year.
Yeah. I think I would put him on the edge. I would ask him. I'm like, you like the edge? Seems like you like the edge. Try to get the edge. Think he likes it. Fred Warner. Can't get mad at that. Devin White. I think Devin White had a quiet year, but I think he's still good.
Yeah.
I think Devin White is still good. Roquan Smith, Chicago. You know what? Roquan Smith, I think, is coming to his own. I think he started out a little slow, and now he's found his footing. And I think he's a great, he's just like the Fred Warner and the Devin White, and the Darius Leonard. They're not the traditional linebackers we're used to seeing. They're more athletic and agile, so they're going to get turnovers. They can cover the tight ends. They're going to get interceptions. Go ahead, Corey.
So I think Roquan's a bit underrated because of where he was drafted so high. There is expectations for him to produce sooner, especially when Darius Leonard went around after him and produced immediately. But Roquan is a very good linebacker now.
Yeah, I wish we had him. It's a very good linebacker, man. Very good off the ball. Demario Davis, he's still around. Like he's been in the league for a minute, man. Tremaine Edwards, I really like him. So in Buffalo, I really like the way he carries himself. Bobby Wagner's still 8.
He's been around for a while. Seems like.
Who, Bobby Wagner?
Seems like it.
He's been around for a
Houston
long
League
time. Yeah, I think he's one of those guys who's going to see 15 years. I think he's just one of those guys. I think he's the first ballot.
Yeah.
First ballot Hall of Famer. He's one of those guys that's going to be like, he's going to have like a 20-year career. Levante David.
Probably put him a little higher on this list at this point.
Yeah, he's good. Probably Demario. Still in Demario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I know David benefits from playing next to Devin White, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, it definitely benefits him. Jordan Brooks, surprisingly.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's all right. All right, cornerbacks. Does anybody argue Jalen Ramsey?
I don't argue it.
The number 1 right now?
I mean, if Burrow had more time, he wouldn't be. You can't be number 1 after you give up a game.
That's still going on TikTok.
But I don't hate it.
I mean, over J.C. Jackson, though. I mean, if you're going off of what corners, I mean, if you're going off overall, but I mean, if you asking interceptions, whatever, I mean, we still would put him over J.C. Jackson. Over J.C. Jackson.
That's a lot. That's a lot of his knock. He don't get interceptions.
I think I might take Lattimore over Ramsey.
Probably. But it's. I mean, I'm not mad at either one.
Nah, I'm not. Jalen is good. I loved him since he's Florida State.
Okay.
Another person I got out of Jacksonville. Jair Alexander, number 3.
Ooh.
I know he was hurt last year, but
he was hurt last year.
He's very talented.
He definitely.
I like it, man. I like him.
He don't get enough credit, but he's been a dog in Green Bay since he got there.
Nah, he gets credit, I think. He gets credit. Well, okay, I give you that though, man. People are starting to notice him. I give you that. I do. Because Green Bay is smaller market. We might notice him, but other people, I got that. Other people.
He definitely, I'll take him number 3.
I understand.
Hold on. I mean, we put him over Lattimore.
No,
yeah. I think he's good right there.
So hold on, where's J.C. Jackson at?
5.
He's number 5.
Oh,
they got Xavier Howard above him. You agree with that? Xavier Howard is tough.
He is, but I don't know. This list might be the toughest. Like, you can interchange this list right here. You can kind of interchange everybody. You could not have an argument about it. Like it's tough. Because now when you ask where Diggs at, because now you saying where Diggs at.
Oh well,
Diggs can't cover. Pick people off.
Yeah,
This get burnt. He gets burnt a lot.
he gets
Fair enough.
burned. He is a risk taker.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he still
takes
get some picks and
risks.
whatever, but
that double move be killing him.
Oh man, cause New England got him. New England got him that next playoff. When he had the pick, they hit him with a double move, and he was cooked.
Which is interesting. The teams aren't scared to throw at you. Anyway, the teams are scared to throw at you. But okay. Anyway, this listen, I know I keep saying his name, but it's just because I recently saw his podcast, but he was like, the difference between good corners and great corners is the great corners, they don't throw to you because you know you're going to get an interception. So they're like, I don't want to get an interception. But if they know that you aren't a good technician and they can beat you with a double move, they're going to try you. Trayvon Diggs. They're going to keep trying you because they know that you're going to fall for the double move. But they're not trying that with Xavier Howard or Marshawn Lattimore because they know they're going to get a pick. An interception is kind of like is the biggest play a defense can make, and a fumble. So think about it. If you throw towards Xavier Howard and you throw to him 7 times and he gets 2 interceptions, the next time you play him, you're not throwing at him. But if you throw a Trayvon Diggs, he gets a pick, and then he burn him for your receiver has 2 touchdowns, 100 yards, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna try him. That's good to me, but I can't throw it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a difference. But Denzel Ward is 6. I like him there. It's good.
This list. For this particular position group, it's kind of fluid. It's like you can kind of interchange them. It's not really too many arguments. So Denzel Ward at 6. I'm not mad. I would say this though. He definitely top 10. I'm not mad with anywhere this, but he definitely top 10.
He's solid, man. He's been good for a second, man. Patrick Surtain. No.
I'm saying
doesn't belong in the top 10, Craig.
You know what, man? when you take J.C. Horn and you have a chance to get Slater, you have a chance to get Surtain. It just hurts a little bit. That's all. Dumb. It's dumb.
So it's like you're not mad at his position. You're mad that he's not on the Panthers.
Yeah, it's dumb. You look at a cornerback. Why not take the better cornerback? I don't know. Whatever.
Because he was 9th and JC was 8th.
It was something like that.
Back to back.
It might have been.
No.
JC went before him, though, right?
Yeah, JC Horn went before him.
Yeah, I think it was.
So he was the 9th or 10th. Whatever Denver was picking,
I think Denver picked him back. I think they went back to back.
Yeah, because Philly jumped up, right? Philly jumped up to 10 and got Devontae, right? Philly jumped up and got Devontae at 10, right?
Yeah.
And then
they traded with the Giants.
Yeah, it's back to back. Great.
They traded with the Giants, which
next
they got.
It's dumb.
They traded with the Giants, and the Giants got Davius Tony, and they could have had Devontae Smith.
He ain't done nothing. And well, listen, I just hope Dean does something. I hope.
And it's a division rival.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope that Dean from Oregon don't become a dog. I like them at times, but I just hope he don't become a dog.
I think he's going to be really good.
I like the tackle. I like the tackle from Alabama more as they picked than I did the DN.
Yeah, I think they had 2 good picks.
Yeah, they were both good picks.
Yeah, people get mad at them. I was like, what do you want them to do? They picked the best 2 players available: a tackle and a rusher.
Right, because they both did. Because they sucked up front.
He should have been number 1 or. He should have been number 1 or 2. That's neither here nor there. We'll see what Jacksonville was doing, because he might keep that chip on his shoulder for a while. All right, Marla Humphrey, who I like. You don't think he's a top 10?
Nope.
Who do you have?
So I would drop Marlon Humphrey and Trayvon Diggs from this list. And I would leave AJ Terrell in the top 10.
I like AJ.
I would have him at 10 though, because while he had a phenomenal season last year, I want to see if he can do it again. I would have Kenny Moore and Darius Slay.
I like Slay. So okay. A side note, I watched the Twitter. Darius Slay does not like being called Darius. He be like, call me Slay. But it's weird, you know. Like if a reporter calls him Darius, he'd be like, call me Slay. Seriously, he'll get up on the interview. But I like Darius Slay. I'm surprised that Slay. I'm surprised that he wasn't in the top 10. I would bump Trayvon Diggs. I do like AJ Terrell. I think AJ Terrell is solid. And Kenny Moore.
Kenny Moore's the best slot corner in the game. He can play outside.
I
think he might be the best tackler on the Colts defense.
Damn. But yeah, like Trayvon Diggs in there Trayvon got burned a lot last year.
Yeah. Like he gave up the most yardage in coverage last year, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, yeah, great. He led the league in picks, but like when you're giving up just as much the other way.
Yeah. He was getting burnt. That's how you know teams were not afraid to go at him. They were like, all right, he might get this interception, but he might get this
also get a touchdown.
30-yard touchdown on him. You know what I'm saying? Like it evens out. Shit, I might throw an interception at him. It might be a punt, but it could be a 60-yard touchdown because he fell for the double move. So that's interesting. I do like Darius Slay. I do think he belongs on this list. I think he's a hell of a corner. I do like they showed AJ Terrell some love.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets enough love, yo. I don't think he does. And he's been playing good for a minute. All right, guys, the last one. Safeties. Justice Simmons, number 1. I'm not mad at that.
Okay with that.
Cool. Minkah Fitzpatrick. Not mad at that.
All right.
Kevin Byrd.
I think Byard, yeah. He's definitely up there.
You know what's funny? He's been good for a while too, actually. He's not like, some people are like, oh, he's been good for a couple years. Derwin James. Number 4.
His health issues, when healthy, it's hard to argue that, but is he going to be on the field?
Yeah. Craig.
No.
4. It looked
I like Derwin James. I do.
You think 4 is too high?
I don't think 4 is too high. If you're basing it off of what happened last year, then yeah, it's too high. But I think his talent. I think he's right at 4. I think he's in the top 5.
You think that he could be number 4?
Yeah. I think he could be number 4.
I would take Buda Baker ahead of Derwin.
I'm taking Derwin at 4, but
that's
for his talent, I'm taking him at 4. Buda Baker seems like he's been around the league for like 20 years or something.
Buda Baker's been there for a while.
How long has he been in the league? He's only 26. Why do I think he's been in the league forever? It seems like he's been.
I feel like he's been in the league, 4
Arizona
years?
for.
Yeah, he's only on his second contract.
Man, it seems like he's been in the league.
He's good though. He's been good for about 3 years. He's one of those guys that came in from a rookie and made like an instant impact.
His real name is Bashard.
You said what?
It says his real name is Bashard. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. So Derwin James 4. Mo, what do you think about Derwin James 4?
He got to be in top 5.
Yeah. He's got to be top 5. He is.
Derwin James definitely got to be top 5.
If Derwin puts it together, could you see him being the best safety?
Yes. with and I'm going off of what they put around him this year. If we have the same talk a year from now with what they put around him, I definitely could have a conversation about him being best safety.
I think I could end up putting him over Minka, but I don't think he's a better all-around safety than Simmons or Byard.
So yeah, I mean, right
those
now,
three are going to be hard to get over, man.
So
I think
right
just Simmons and Byard are better in coverage than.
So right now, I wouldn't put him over Mika. Like right now, I wouldn't put him over Mika. I think if we had this conversation a year from now, it'd be a definitely harder conversation. But right now, I wouldn't put him over Mika. No, I couldn't do it.
All right, what about Jesse Bates, Cincinnati?
Ooh.
I think 6 through 9, you could have some movement.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
Not sure I would argue with the order that you went with.
Yeah, I like Marcus Williams. I like Harrison Smith.
I think I'd put Winfield at 6.
Yeah. I'm not mad at that. Harrison.
He doesn't have the top end speed that the other guys do, but he's just a heck of all around safety.
Who? Winfield.
Yeah,
Winfield. I like him.
Yeah. I mean, them jeans, man. His dad played corner, but for him to go to safety, he's definitely been a solid safety.
Yeah. Jamal Adams at 10.
No.
Yeah.
Nah, I think he's like. I wish Jamal Adams played like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that if he played 10 years ago, he'd be a first ballot Hall of Fame. One of the
Today's
best
NFL,
players
though?
we've ever seen, but I just think he doesn't fit with what the league is going towards.
Not at all. No.
Like, you're going to have to be – you know what? Jamal Adams is going to have to be like a Derwin James where he can move around. And Derwin James has to get better at his coverage, but you can see it with Derwin. I can't see that with Jamal Adams.
Give me Quandre Diggs, Marcus May, Tyrann Mathieu.
Yep.
Jeremy Chin.
Yep.
All those guys.
Chin, Tyrann Mathieu. I just can't have Jamal Adams there. I can't. I'm telling you, man. Might move him to linebacker or something. I don't know, man.
I think that would be the smart move. Yeah. Like he's got the speed to go sideline to sideline as a linebacker, but he's a box safety in an NFL that's shifting to the pass.
And you're becoming a mismatch. And it's not good that you're a safety and you shouldn't be a mismatch. We'll see this year, but I don't know. Because Quandre Diggs is on the same team and very good. Very good. So that's it, man, for the top 10 list, which is awesome. Now, before we go, do you know Deshawn Watson? Do you think he's going to get a year?
No. Only because of how they did this.
It's not looking like it, man.
No, I'm saying only because of how they did this new deal, whatever. If it was about 2-3 years ago, yes, I'd be like, oh, he about to get a year. But I think they're going to try to reduce it. The NFL wants a year. The NFL is fighting for a year.
Yeah, they want a year. But it's the arbitrator, I believe.
I'll say this. Let me say this. If Deshaun Watson gets a year, and it's no disrespect, Cleveland Browns, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If Deshaun Watson gets a year and Cleveland Browns win more than 7 games or more than 6 games, dude deserves Coach of the Year.
No, you can't give Coach of the Year with a losing record, bro.
I understand that, but that's how. No,
I agree with you. I
agree. That's how bad I think they're gonna be without.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jacoby Brissett? Are you serious?
Coach of the Year.
Like what? Like Jacoby Brissett?
Well,
Like,
I think if he gets a
him,
year,
but-
they need to get Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna do that, but they ain't gonna do that.
That's smart.
It
They got
is.
the
I
money
would
for
do
it.
that. I mean, I would do that, but I don't think they're gonna do that.
I
Because
don't know.
I just
yet.
heard. They said San Francisco gave the agent permission to seek a trade now.
Who, Jimmy?
Yeah, they gave
he's
permission to have him seek a trade.
Where else would he go?
Yeah, he started throwing the football. That's why he requested a trade. He can
show
show his arm.
before the Baker situation, I would say Carolina, but now what we gonna say? Seattle, maybe Cleveland. I think who else?
Trading within the division though.
There it is. Trying to think who else though. Outside Seattle and Cleveland, where else can we go? Like who else can we think about? What else?
I was watching the herd. I don't think this is gonna happen. I was watching the herd, and he said, Colin Cowherd said that the Giants. I don't know.
Ooh, I would hate that, but
I think they're
I don't think it really makes sense for the Giants.
Yeah.
I
think they're gonna hang on to Daniel Jones and see what they got. Like Albert Breer, he was interviewing Albert Breer. Albert Breer was like, "Here's the thing. I think the Giants are gonna." So remember, Bean and Dayball came from Buffalo. So it's the same thing. They're gonna reevaluate the whole roster for this year, and then they're gonna start working on it.
Because either Daniel Jones works with Dayball, or he doesn't, and you're in position to draft his replacement.
Absolutely.
And I think the owner wants to see.
Right. Yeah, what he got with a new coach. Yeah, like let's give him a chance.
His last year. They didn't give him his 5th year option.
But all right, so here's the question. If Garoppolo doesn't go to either what we say, Cleveland or Seattle, what else is out there? Like what other teams are out there that might need his services?
A yet to be open vacancy.
Yeah. It would have to be a quarterback
injury is what he has to hope for at that point.
Yeah. There's always an injury.
Because before the Baker trade, I definitely would say Carolina, but now you got Baker. You're not gonna bring him in there now. Like that's dead.
Nope. There's no point.
Yeah.
And remember, trading for Garoppolo, you got to have the cap space for it too.
Hey, Craig. So of course the GM and the old coordinator gonna say open quarterback competition. But if it ain't Baker, I'm gonna lose my mind. If Baker not the start quarterback week 1, I'm gonna lose my whole mouth.
He might not be. Well, he has to come in and learn a whole new playbook.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing a few weeks ago, but I forgot that they just got a new OC. So Donald has to learn the same playbook.
I get it. Okay. No, I get it.
He has a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, I get it. And there's no disrespect. To Sam Donald. If Baker's not the week 1 starter, he need to retire. We ain't called it off. No. Baker.
Oh yeah, I knew you gotta say something disrespectful.
If Baker ain't the week 1 starter, he need to retire.
Baker still got a shot, man. If Mitchell Trubisky still has a shot.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Baker Mayfield still has a shot, man. He was the former number 1 pick.
Listen, Trubisky gonna start. Hold on, Trubisky gonna start.
And he had Cleveland. He took Cleveland to the playoffs, and he'll get a shot.
He had a really good season 2 years ago, and then
Kenny Pickett gonna start before week 8. Kenny Pickett gonna start before week 8.
Darnold had like 7 touchdowns and 1 pick in the first 3 or 4 games, and then McCaffrey got hurt, and
it went down.
And he started out 3-0. I mean, he wasn't putting up fantastic numbers.
Y'all were decent.
He wasn't horrible like he did the rest of the games, but I mean, I don't know, man. I made the best quarterback. I mean, I don't see him making the playoffs, so I mean, it don't even really make a difference.
I mean, this is a good year to evaluate. Who do you got? So let me ask you this, Craig. If you got Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield starts, right? And if Baker Mayfield starts, what record do you think you have? And go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was about to ask if is he playing the whole season? Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's playing the whole season. Baker Mayfield starts.
I probably gotta look at the schedule again, but I maybe like 7 wins.
7 wins. Do you bring Matt Rule back?
No, man. He's got to go regardless. I mean, unless they pull off like a 11 and.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think you need to.
So Matt Rule goes.
His contract is so dumb. They need to get.
The owner was crazy for doing. He's like, I regret doing that. I bet you do.
Tom. Yeah, he's got to go. He's got to go. I mean, this is pretty much make
like 72 million or something like that.
It's just stupid.
Other owners is like, what are you doing, man?
The whole front office is just dumb, except for that new president that they got. That she just got it, but everybody else is just dumb. So
here's the thing: if you're the GM. You fire Matt Rule. I don't know. Bring Baker back? Do you bring Baker Mayfield back?
Depends on what kind of season. Depends on what season he has. I mean, they don't really need to. To me, I don't think they need to draft a quarterback unless they're really like top. Unless they're really bad, like really like a top 5 bad. Because I mean, they just drafted a quarterback last year. I
don't think y'all gonna be top 5.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be top 5.
Unless they're really bad that way, then I maybe you can get a quarterback. But I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I would eventually think they'll have to see, especially down the stretch. Maybe if they're out, they're going to be out of it anyway. But maybe see what you got in Matt Corral, just to try to evaluate him in some real games or something like that. I don't know. I mean, you're probably not going to get a good evaluation of him because I mean they're not going to be they're not going to be in the playoff contention.
Nah, but then you do so. Right. So if y'all 7-10, you keep Baker.
Depends. I think depends on it depends on what his stats is and depends on who's going to be the coach.
So you're doing a straight evaluation. So let me ask this: Baker's stats are okay, middle of the road. Let's say 15th or 18th, like he's like in the middle of the quarterback. Do you bring in a coach that is going to enhance Baker, or do you bring in a new head coach that says starting over, or are you going to get a veteran like Jimmy G or something like?
Oh, I don't like that. What do you? I mean, what are you starting over with? Are you starting over with Matt Corral? Or are you starting over with another? Trying to go out and get another veteran or something?
Yeah, that's a question.
I mean, either way, I think eventually you're going to have to. I mean, unless you just go with Matt Corral and be like, okay, you know what, we don't have to worry about paying a quarterback for another 3 years or whatever, 4, whatever the thing is. And okay, cool, you go with that, and then you try to figure out. But I mean, you have guys on the team like Chris McCaffrey that you just go pretty much you're getting wasted. So you might as well trade Christian McCaffrey at that point. See what you can get for him then. I don't want to trade Christian McCaffrey, but I mean, if you're gonna just go with Matt Corral and then you're gonna if you bring back Matt Rule, man, if you bring back Matt Rule, I would just say trade Christian McCaffrey because you're just gonna waste him at that point.
Damn.
Yeah, that's fair.
Trade into somebody who deserves a good running back, a team that needs a running back. That
maybe bring him to like
he can actually win a championship or have a chance to win a championship with. Because you're just going to waste them. I mean, if he can stay healthy, yeah, you got to. I mean,
tell him trade him to Kansas City.
We're talking about trading this off season for
They said Kansas City. Lord mercy.
I mean, that's what happens in the NFL. But they were talking about trading him. I thought to be honest,
I thought he was traded. I thought he
was going to get traded because they kept talking about it.
Nah, I don't think. I
was like, damn.
They got to figure out what they're doing.
I get it, but golly, it's not like y'all are a stellar organization or something.
The coach and the quarterback are the two biggest issues with Carolina.
So we're gonna trade our best player. I was like, what?
I mean, I could understand.
I don't get that.
He hasn't played the last 2 years, really. So I can understand.
Your best player, though.
I understand. I'm saying, but you can get a bunch of stuff back for him if you really wanted to go that route.
With a crappy head coach.
No. Get ready. He's gone. Get him out of here. We're not even talking about Matt Rule. He's not there next season.